Hey yo, it's Brian here. Today, talking about the San Francisco 49ers. In this one, have some breaking news for you guys. Apparently, Sam Darnold has won the backup quarterback position behind Brock Purdy in the race between him versus Trey Lance. Lance, I have no idea what's his position with the 49ers. Are they going to keep him as a third quarterback? Are they going to cut him? Are they going to try to trade for him? Which I'm assuming they would if they don't want him on this team anymore. A lot of intrigue right here. I just made a short yesterday talking about how Trey Lance was probably going to be on this team. He'll have an opportunity some way, shape, and form this season. But now the future is really in doubt for him. I wish it didn't come to this way, but unfortunately with Jimmy Garoppolo playing well the time he was here, also Brock Purdy playing really well last year, he's kind of the odd man out of this whole situation. We're going to be talking all about that in a second. I hope you guys are having a great Wednesday, nothing too crazy for me. Middle of the week, we're almost there, almost the weekend. You know what that means. Football season's coming up really, really soon. We're so close to it. I think 2.5 weeks, and then boom, once you know it, it's 49ers versus Pittsburgh, 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern time in Pittsburgh. That's going to be really exciting. Can't wait to predict, do some position edge, all that cool stuff. I'll be able to stay tuned to that. Much appreciated for you guys listening to this as always. Before I get started, per usual, please like and subscribe. That would be much appreciative. If you're a current subscriber, thank you so much for tuning back in as always. Let's get this started. 49ers, Sam Darnold reportedly winning the backup quarterback position. Am I surprised by this? A little bit. I thought Sam would be in a better position because he's had more experience. He's played football more than Trey Lance has ever played in his whole football life from high school all the way until now. Kind of weird to say, but yeah, he really hasn't played that many games in the NFL if you're talking about Trey Lance. Sam, he's had some ups and downs, as you all know, in his whole NFL career. He was with the terrible Jets. The Panthers, he had an up and down career as well. He did end really strong with the Panthers, I believe, last year in 2022. He's going to a team right now that has the position for him to succeed as a quarterback if he ever became the starter for this team. Really close to being a starter because he's just behind Brock Purdy in terms of the depth chart. God forbid if something happens to Brock Purdy, then Sam Darnold is going to have to take the position in and play really well with the team that we have right here, right now, especially on offense. Am I disappointed by this news for Trey Lance? A little bit. I mean, Trey, I was trying to be a fan of his. I still am. For me personally, he has all the talent, but can he grasp the NFL playbook? It looks like from the coaching staff's perspective, probably not, because if they having Sam Darnold be the backup quarterback, that means they have almost no faith in Trey Lance, to be honest with you. I want to show faith personally for me, but I'm not the coach, so I don't make the decisions. Neither of us that watching this video makes the decisions for the 49ers organization. Kyle Shanahan probably believes that this is pretty much it for the most part for Trey Lance. Can they still have a chance to keep him? Yeah, probably. I think that's what's going to happen in a few weeks is they'll probably end up keeping him for the regular season. Emergencies do happen during the year, especially for the 49ers quarterback position for the past few years now. Maybe they can get a trade some way, shape, and form with another team. I don't really see that happening, to be honest with you, because they probably would have made a trade by now for a good value pick, but I'm pretty sure the 49ers have phoned in some other teams that need a quarterback. They haven't really gotten much at all. That's why he's still on this team. They're in a really big quandary with Lance, unfortunately. If you cut him, that means you admit your mistake. If you keep him, then I guess you don't have any faith in him right now. Haven't had faith for the past few years. That's really what it comes down to be honest with you, if you're in the 49ers position. But hey, it's okay to be wrong. Everybody's wrong once in a while. No organization is perfect. For the 49ers in particular, when you give up that many draft picks, a lot of first rounders, a lot of draft picks to get Trey Lance, you expect him to be the great future quarterback for this team, and it's not really working out, unfortunately. So I feel bad for Trey Lance, definitely. I wish it would have worked out. Can it still work out? Yeah, of course, if he's still on this team. But if he gets traded, then that's pretty much it, to be honest with you. I think the 49ers, looking back now, they probably panicked because Jimmy Garoppolo just couldn't stay healthy. That was the big issue with Garoppolo as the starting quarterback for the 49ers. It's not because of his performance. It's because of his injury history. They drafted him that high so they can groom him to be the starting quarterback, but that never happened. Jimmy Garoppolo still ended up playing well for the most part, minus any injuries. Last year, we just went to a big quarterback carousel. Started with Trey Lance. He got hurt week 2. Jimmy Garoppolo came in, played really well. Then he got hurt in the game against Miami. Brock Purdy comes in, plays really well. Now you know Jimmy Garoppolo's with the Raiders, and Trey Lance potentially might be in another team. What a year can make, I should say, a difference. That is crazy right there. We'll see what this leads us to for the next few weeks, but so far, Sam Darnold, as we all know, he is the backup quarterback for the 49ers, and much deserved. He probably worked really hard to get to this position. Could he be the starter for the 49ers? I mean, if it was between him and Trey Lance, yeah, he probably would be the starter, but Brock Purdy, he's still our man. Still playing really great football. Just a little showing the preseason. I expect him to play really well for the most part in 2023. Darnold can still groom, still learn, everything like that under Kyle Shanahan's system. And if there's an opportunity for him, whether it's with the 49ers or another team this year, next year. That's a lot of good things for him, and I'm rooting for him big time. I think he's been dealt a bad hand in the NFL in terms of coaches and everything like that. His whole career in the NFL. Hopefully this gives him a really good chance to do something great, whether it's with us or with somebody else. That's it, guys. Please let me know what you guys think about this whole Sam Darnold and Trey Lance thing. Do you think the 49ers made the right decision in keeping Sam Darnold as the number 2 quarterback behind Brock Purdy? Please let me know in the comments below. If you guys like this per usual, please like and subscribe. Much appreciative. Thank you guys so much for listening to this, and I'll catch you guys up more this week with more preseason talk. Probably the regular season coming up really soon. Bye, guys. Love y'all. You guys have a great rest of your day, rest of your night. Go Niners all day.